The 49ers just beat the Raiders 22-19 in the most exciting preseason game ever. Here's the 49ers grades for this performance. Quarterbacks, A-. Brock Purdy was excellent. He played one drive. He had no running game. He had no Christian McCaffrey. He had no Ayuk or Jennings. And he was essentially perfect until he got to the red zone when guy dropped the ball, Demarcus Robinson, and the protection broke down. And the Niners offense stalled out in the red zone as they tend to do when they don't have Christian McCaffrey. Remember the last couple of years, McCaffrey and Debo scored like more than 50% of the Niners red zone touchdowns. So they're going to have to figure that out. That's kind of a Kyle thing, but Brock was really good. I thought also Kyle did a good job of moving him around and getting him easy throws, kind of like what Clint Kubiak did for Sam Darnold last night. Mac Jones got greedy, according to Kyle Shanahan, threw an interception, tried to hold the linebacker, but didn't hold him well enough. After that, he was pretty good. He's not as good as Brock Purdy. Let's be clear. He's not. But I think he's pretty good, and he was better in this game than he was in the last game. Carter Bradley. How about Carter Bradley? He was awful in week 1 of the preseason. He was much better in this game. I don't know what to attribute it to. Maybe it's because he's been on the team for like 3 weeks and he's improving, but shout out to Carter Bradley. Running backs, D. Everyone averaged fewer than 3 yards per carry except for undrafted rookie Corey Kiner, who carried the ball twice and averaged 11 yards per carry and had this really nice 19-yard run. And midway through it, you're thinking, yes, this is the guy the Niners need, backing up Christian McCaffrey. And then a split second later, he's down, high ankle sprain, out for weeks. Probably won't be out there week 1. High ankle sprain is usually 4 to 6 weeks. Week 1 is 3 weeks from tomorrow. That's a bad break. So now all the Niners running backs, good ones, are injured except for Christian McCaffrey. They also have Keyshawn Vaughn, I think is his name, and Jeff Wilson Jr., who still runs hard, but he doesn't have the juice he had a few years ago. Niners have a major issue at running back. What they wanted to do, I think, was not overuse Christian McCaffrey. Now they're going to have to, or they'll lose. Wide receivers, B+. Robbie freaking Chosen. No, not a lot of people believed in Robbie Chosen. I always did. When they signed him, I was like, no. So what that he only caught 1 pass last year? So what that he hasn't really done anything in a few years? I believe in Big Bob Chosen, and today he was the best wide receiver on the field. He's going to make the team. He looks like he has a little tiny bit, and that's more than you could say about other wide receivers on the team. So shout out to Robbie Chosen, who, again, I always believed in. Tight ends, C+. George Kittle played, didn't get the ball. Luke Farrell played. Jake Tonjes played. Jake Tonjes is interesting. He got called for a holding penalty, but he was playing some fullback. He has replaced Ross Dwelley as that de facto backup tight end, backup fullback role, and I thought he was blocking really well. So shout out to Jake Tonjes. Just don't hold anymore because that's against the rules and it's cheating. Offensive linemen, C. They really couldn't run block. First, I'm not going to put it all on the running backs, the fact that they struggled. There was nowhere to go. Patrick Taylor Jr. got lit up behind the line of scrimmage. Colton McKivitz, who isn't much better than Colton McKivitz. He might be worse. Got destroyed by Max Crosby on a run play. I guess, what else are we to expect? And then Dominic Pooney got injured on special teams. And Trent Williams didn't play, which kind of dangerous considering Brock Purdy did, but give Brock Purdy credit. He made it through. Defensive linemen, B-. Actually, the defense did pretty well. The defensive linemen sacked. They recorded 2 sacks, and they held their own against the run. We didn't see Nick Bosa. We didn't see CJ West. There's some injuries here, but the theme with the Niners defense is they seem to be pretty well coached and well prepared all the way through the roster. I don't know what to attribute it to other than Robert Saleh being really good. Linebackers, A-. This was very much the Nick Martin game. Week 1, he was the worst rookie on the team. He was just overrunning every play. Today, he was like he might have missed 1 tackle, but he was the fastest linebacker on the field. He's explosive. He hits hard. He has a level of violence and burst that no other linebacker on the team. It's very Dre Greenlaw-esque. He's good. He had a sack. He had pass breakup. He did a little bit of everything. I think he's going to end up taking D. Winters' job eventually because D. Winters is solid, but not like he's not impressive like Nick Martin. So shout out to Nick. Defensive backs, A. They just shut down the Raiders' awful passing game. Now, to be fair, Chip Kelly is one of the worst offensive coordinators in the NFL, so he did his fair share to shut down that passing game. But 2 picks, Chase Lucas, once again, had a great game, had a sack as well. Chase Lucas is not only going to make this team, but he might just play over Upton Stout. We'll see how much time Upton Stout ultimately misses because Chase Lucas is balling right now. Shout out to Chase. And then also, Jacob Robinson is my sleeper. He's one of these corners that doesn't get a lot of action because people don't target him. So he's not breaking up passes, intercepting passes, even making tackles because the play is away from him. And I think that's the ultimate compliment you can give a cornerback. He's an undrafted rookie, and people have figured out, I'm going to leave that guy alone. You know why? Because his coverage is outstanding. He is so good in coverage, very sticky. Now he's 180 pounds, and they like him to be a little stronger. Yeah. But for an undrafted rookie, for a cornerback, what matters is, coverage. And he's good in that. This guy's a future starter. And I saw him first. I discovered Jacob Robinson. Special teams. A-. I mean, Jake Moody came through. He was like 5 for 6 for field goals. He made the one at the end, 59-yarder. And now he's probably going to make the team, which is really what you don't want. It's not ideal because I don't trust him. You don't trust him. He missed that 55-yarder wide left by a lot. But the Niners are going to stick with him until the bitter end, and I think they're going to regret it. But today was his day, so I'm giving him an A-, missed one kick. Also, Junior Bergen, kick returner, not it. Has no juice. No juice. Coaches, C-. Give Robert Saleh credit for the second week in a row. His unit was prepared from the first quarter to the fourth quarter. Nick Martin improved so much. Saleh's a good coach. Kyle Shanahan, I want to praise his first drive. It was beautiful until they got to the red zone. But the way they moved Brock around, the way they protected him, the way they got the ball to Ricky Pearsall. I didn't even mention Ricky Pearsall in the wide receivers earlier. He's going to lead the team in targets this year. He's going to have a really good year. I don't know how many touchdowns he's going to catch, but he's going to help the team get down the field a lot. But the thing with Kyle is like, man, how did you get Dominic Pooney injured? How is Dominic Pooney playing in special teams? He's your second best offensive lineman. You have other guys who could do that. It's an extra point. I could go out there and block for you. Well, maybe not. But Pooney shouldn't be out there. And I'm not blaming Kyle Shanahan for this, but there are ways that you can protect really important players, and putting them out to block for an extra point isn't exactly one of them. So Kyle Shanahan, he always has the best intentions. He wants to get his team ready for the regular season. He wants to keep them healthy. It's just that he's failing. And that one in those particular endeavors, despite Kyle Shanahan's best efforts, the Niners are really banged up and not particularly ready for week one. And I don't know if it's his fault, but whatever plan he had, whatever solutions he had to fix what went wrong last year hasn't worked yet. But there is another week, and they'll be facing Trey Lance next week and Jim Harbaugh. That's definitely going to bring the best out of Kyle Shanahan, won't it? I think it will. Probably.